keep in mind when you're doing this job after you're done, you're going to want to go to a local garage and have the vehicle aligned so you don't have premature tire wear. Take the center cap off, just use a pry bar. You can use a rag underneath so you don't scratch anything. Use a 19mm socket, take the lug nuts off, take the wheel off. Now I want to take this lower ball joint nut off. You can use a 24mm wrench or a 15/16. And we'll loosen this up. And if the stud starts spinning, you can use an 11mm wrench to hold the stud from spinning. So my wrench isn't grabbing at the top anymore, so I can use some locking pliers on the threads below. I'm not reusing this ball joint, so if you were going to reuse the ball joint, you don't want to do this, but just keep the stud from spinning. All right, now that's loose. Take the pliers off and slide it down. Now I'm going to use a pry bar. Just slide the ball joint out of the knuckle. Just like that. Just be careful. And take this bolt out. Use a 21mm socket. Slide that out. And I'll use an 18mm wrench, and there's 2 nuts on top, 2 bolts underneath here. Use a 15mm socket. And just grab the control arm. And if you have to, use a pry bar, or just walk it out. Okay, I'm going to use a bearing separator puller to try to get this off. And just slide this on down below. Put these nuts on. Just going to set the tool up. Just going to use a little soapy water on this. Should be good. And I take this off. All right, it comes off pretty easy like that. And I'll just take a little more soapy water. Just spray the mount down. And slide it over the new one, over the new arm. Take a rubber mallet or a dead blow hammer and hammer it on. And you want it about where it was when it came apart. Take the control arm, slide it in position. You can use a hammer and tap this in. Use like a rubber mallet or a dead blow. And line this up. All right, line this front one up. If you need to, use a screwdriver from the back side. Get the bolt in. Line these bolt holes up. Just use a Phillips head screwdriver. That's good. Slide the bolts through. Put the nuts on top. We're going to torque these 2 bolts with the 18mm wrench on top to 74 foot-pounds. Now when you tighten this bolt down and torque it, you want this control arm as close to ride height as possible. It's recommended that you put everything back together, have the wheels on, and have the vehicle lowered down, but it's very hard to torque that bolt if the vehicle is down on the ground. If you had ramps, you could probably do it with ramps, but then we're going to torque this bolt to 195 foot-pounds. Now I'm going to take a long pry bar and just slide this down. Try to line the knuckle up. Just be careful, don't get your fingers near that. And just tighten this nut the same way you loosened it. Use an 11mm wrench on top to prevent the stud from spinning. And use the 15/16 wrench down below and tighten it up. And if you have the ability to torque this nut, if you have a crow's foot, you want to torque that to 148 foot-pounds. Put the wheel back on. Put the lug nuts on. Now I'm going to torque the wheels to 110 foot-pounds in a cross pattern, so I tighten the wheel down evenly. And just go around again, double check. Center cap, line it up, just tap it on.